Good morning, guys. This is bizarre lighting, isn't it? Hi. Thanks for joining me for another What I Eat in a Day as a vegan on Slimming World. If you're new here, my name's Leanne. I'm a vegan trying to lose weight on the Slimming World plan. I'm getting back on it after Christmas. I really struggled through, well, the majority of December, to be honest. I know I'm not alone in that, but I did feel really disappointed in myself, and it has taken until this week to get my head like fully back in the game. So I'm feeling like I've got my mojo back now, so we can do this. And if you're struggling, you can do it too. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay, today is Thursday. That's weigh day for me. I have already weighed today. It is currently mid to late morning. I don't even know what time it is. I've been on work calls all morning since 7:30, and that's been fun. So yeah, I've only just gone and had a shower, to be honest. I'm so desperate for a coffee and some food, so I'm gonna go sort that out right now. But yeah, it's really frosty outside, so today's meals are definitely going to be of the cozier variety because I love a cozy meal. I'm wearing my coziest clothes and I'm just going to stay in the cozy warmness. How many times can I say cozy? All right, let's go get some breakfast. But first, the frost. I don't know how well it's showing up for you guys. Can you see the grass behind my house is all like white? It definitely isn't showing up as much on the phone. Anywho, my table's white too. This is normally glass. See? Frosty. So for breakfast, I'm basically making a sandwich. If you hear Delta in the background there, she's just really pleased to see me because I hadn't even opened up the blinds in the front of the house. I just literally hadn't even had a moment. So yeah, I've just done all that. So she's in her like, I'm awake and there's people, yay! Or person, just me. Anyway, I'm having a sandwich for breakfast, which might seem odd, but you know, it's like 11 o'clock right now, so oh my God. I'm just toasting one side of my bread just to make it feel a little bit more substantial. I've got what appears to now be 51 grams of tofurkey slices. There's like 156 in here, and I think the Slimming World thing does it on a third of a pack, which is why I've measured out 50 grams. So I'll update you on the syns in a moment. Okay, there may or may not have been a slight incident with the mayo, somewhat exploding everywhere, but what else? I'm just going to use 1 teaspoon of Hellmann's vegan mayo and spread it very frugally. I've then just fairly obviously got some cucumber slices on top. I'm going to put some baby leaf and herb salad on top of that, and then my tofurkey slices. All right, here's the finished product. It's a pretty good sandwich, if I say so myself. Yes, I'm slightly odd that I like sandwiches for breakfast. Basically, a sandwich with salad in it and mayonnaise is like my ultimate treat. Anyway, the mayonnaise is 5 syns for a tablespoon. So for 1 teaspoon, it's actually 1.5 syns. I think for 2 teaspoons, it's 3.5 syns. It's one of those roundy up ones. But yeah, obviously I just use 1, so mine's 1.5 syns. For the tofurkey, for 52 gram serving, which is a third of the pack, it's 2 syns. So mine is 2 syns. My bread is Healthy Extra B choice, and the cucumber and leaves are speed. So this is just my B plus 3.5 syns. I've also made myself a coffee using 100 mils of Alpro Almond Barista for 1 syns. That puts me on 4.5 syns. So I'm on my second coffee now. It's another 1 syn for 100 mils of Alpro Almond Barista. So that puts me on 5.5 syns so far today. Did I mention to you guys it's weigh day today? If not, it is. Thursdays are weigh day for me. As we are in lockdown, we are of course having Zoom sessions weekly again at the moment. We were anyway because we were in tiers 3 and 4. It's like across the county line where I go to Slimming World. Anyway, so I have weighed in. Now, I can't remember if I pre-warned you guys or not, but I was convinced I was going to have a gain this week. Last week I did have a gain, which was my post-Christmas weigh. Is that right? Yeah, my post-Christmas weigh. And I gained 4.5 pounds over Christmas. But this week I have lost 1.5 pounds, and I think it would have been more, but I've only been properly back on plan for a few days, haven't I? So, like consistently, I mean. So, I'm really pleased with that. I think 1.5 pounds is pretty decent. So, yes, back on track. Okay, I'm having my lunch. This is take 2 of lunch. The first one was an epic fail, because one of my pounds is ruined and I seem to have ruined it further. And it's ruined the food. So we'll move on from that because I don't want to talk about it. For my lunch, I'm having an unplanned lunch, but it's leftover tagine from Tuesday night, but I haven't added any olives to it, so it's sin-free. I'm having that with one of the microwave pouches from Tesco of whole grain rice with quinoa, and that's 3.5 syns for that pouch. It's not very picturesque because it's not very colourful, but it is healthy, hearty and filling and delicious, so I am happy. Hey guys, it's just gone 7 o'clock and we've just finished Slimming World Zoom session. She didn't announce weights or anything, I can only assume because essentially everyone gained. I say everyone, there was 4 of us including the consultant. So that was a bit... yeah. Anyway, for dinner, I was going to make a recipe from One Dish Vegan. It's where I've chosen my recipes from this week. And the recipe is fusilli with green beans and tomatoes. But somewhat uselessly, I don't have any sun-dried tomatoes, which is really annoying because that would have made it so good. So I'm just going to amend the recipe slightly to still make it delicious. This is the original recipe. I'm going to use fry light. I've got garlic, I've got tomatoes, garlic and tomatoes. Obviously I don't have any sun-dried tomatoes, but I was thinking what I might end up doing is making this a bit more basil-y, and I'll put some pesto in, like a spoonful of pesto. Just because I've got a jar open in the fridge for some reason. Salt and pepper, pasta of course, green beans, I've got green beans there. I also have some olives, Kalamata olives, yum yum, and then some fresh basil or parsley, and here's my basil. So very, very simple but delicious recipe, you know, if you had some sun-dried tomatoes. The other option would be to add a paprika and sun-dried tomato stock cube, but my only hesitation with that is that it's adding a fair bit of salt, and I just feel like I'm having a little bit too much salt. I'm a salt lover, so if I don't watch myself, I tend to eat quite a lot of salt, so sometimes I just try and rein it back a little bit, in case you're wondering. Alright, so I sauteed the garlic in fry light just for a minute or so, and then added all the chopped tomatoes. It was those 4 really big tomatoes, so that's just cooking very slowly, probably a bit too slowly. I think it's just starting to come to a simmer. My pasta meanwhile is very nearly done, so I'm adding in my green beans, and then I've decided I am going to go with the pesto. It's just 3 syns for a tablespoon, so I think that's worth it. And then I'll have 8 olives as well for 1.5 syns. Right, it may not look like it, but the heat is all off now. I added a big pinch of salt, a really good grind of black pepper, the tablespoon of pesto, plus my 8 olives, which I didn't have like normal. I actually sliced them so that they would go in a bit better. And that is my like tomato saucy type thing, I guess. And then I've got my pasta and green beans that I'm just about to drain. Here is the finished product. Incredibly simple, but it smells amazing. I think I would definitely make this again, and I think what I might do is get the sun-dried tomato paste, and that would be really nice in it. I really like the paste because you can, you know, it goes a lot further than the tomatoes themselves. Anyway, this is dinner. It is 4.5 syns. Is that right? 4.5 syns? Yes, 3 for the pesto, 1.5 for the olives that you can't really see. You know when you have a dinner that is so much more than the sum of its parts? that's what tonight's dinner was. It's probably because I used like I don't even know how much garlic. It was probably like a good tablespoon of chopped garlic. Look, we're in lockdown and I live on my own. It's fine. Garlic's really good for you. Oh my god, it was so lush. It's making my mouth water thinking about it. But yeah, the fact that it was basically garlic, tomatoes, green beans, olives, a bit of pesto, basil and pasta. That was a really, really tasty dinner. Oh, and a bit of salt and pepper as well. Yeah, totally recommend trying that because it was really nice. In the original recipe, it did say if you want to add some, like bulk it out a little bit more, or add protein, it's then chuck in some white beans or some sliced cooked vegan sausage. So I think I'll try it with white beans in future. I think that would be really nice as well. Okay, so right now it's later on in the evening. I'm gonna have my little treat for the evening, which is my Nomo caramel bar. I only have one left after this, so I'm gonna have to go hunting for supplies. But that one is 10 syns, and that puts me on 23.5 syns for today, which is a number I keep seeming to like end up at, which is really bizarre. It's like, that seems to be my my lucky number. But anyway, 23.5 syns once I've had that. That will be my last thing that I eat today. To drink, can you guess? It's my cup of after dinner tea by Pucker. And what do you think I'm gonna have after this? That's right, a cup of nighttime tea by Pucker. But apart from that, that's all I'm gonna eat. I'm sorry, this bit of the video is always so repetitive. I'm so sorry guys, I'm a creature of habit. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the fact that I'm back on plan. I massively am. I feel like the last month hasn't happened because I really struggled on the days when I was on plan. On the days when I wasn't on plan, I felt guilty and out of control. And I felt like I was letting you guys down, like I was letting myself down, like I was just gonna be fat forever, you know, and I'm just so happy to have regained control. If you do not have your head back in the right place yet for your, if you need to lose weight or want to lose weight, then don't worry, you'll get there. You just need to have that little moment where suddenly everything comes together and you're like, actually, it's not so hard. It's not so hard. And, you know, it doesn't matter if you're on Slimming World or any other plan or calorie counting or anything really. Just eat healthily, eat what you want to eat within reason. Limit your treats and life's good. All right, guys, I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, and do consider liking and maybe subscribing if you haven't already. Thanks so much. Night night.